All right, so our format today is gentle flow and meditation. And I know we've had that practice multiple times, but I feel like I always shortchange you on the meditation part. So that is not happening today. We will focus a little bit in on shoulders, a little on our hips, and then we'll have a longer meditation. We'll start off with meditation as well. So you can choose whatever position you would like to start in. And it looks like you guys all have props, the bolster, a couple of blocks, a strap. So now all that needs to happen is for you to settle in. So really take time here to notice from the fingertips down to the top of the shoulder, how your arms feel. From your toes, traveling all the way up to the hips, how do your legs feel? Travel up and down the spine, just noticing the connections to your bolster or to your mat. Let the muscles of the face be soft. And then turn your attention to the rhythm of your breath. We'll stay here just a few more rounds. Keep your attention on the movement of the breath. Let your next 2 rounds of breath be really big, deep breaths. And then bring some gentle movement back to your body. If you are on a bolster or have a bolster underneath you in any way, if you will remove that and return to your back, drawing the knees into the chest. And let's stir the pot. So we'll bring the knees in together and let them go out together at the same time. So knees in, knees out, these big circular motion. The next time the knees come in toward each other, switch directions. Good. Keep the right knee hugged in. Extend your left leg out onto your mat. Give the right knee a good squeeze in and take one big deep breath. And then here, roll through the ankle, point and flex the foot. Any movement here that would feel good through the ankle. Right hand stays to the right shin, left arm extends out to the side. Guide your right knee out to the right side. Bring your knee across the body for a twist, guiding the knee with the left hand, right arm extends out. And bring the knee back into center. Set the sole of the right foot to the inside part of the left leg and let the right knee drop out to the side. So think of a tree pose on your back. Let's send the arms by the ears. You're welcome to stay in this straight line from fingertips down to the end of that left foot, or you could add a little bit of a side bend here by walking the left leg over toward that right side, as well as the arms over toward that right side. So there could be minimal movement. You could make it a big movement if you'd like. You could also cradle your elbows above the head. That might add a little bit more of something you need. All right. Come back so that the left foot is now on the floor and you're grabbing behind that right leg. We're just going to straighten and bend the knee. Easy does it. So you're straightening the leg, you're bending the knee. The next time the leg is straight, pause right there. And once again, you could add a little bit of ankle movement if you'd like. All right, and then set the sole of the right foot to the mat. Hug the left knee in, and then when you're ready, you can let that right leg extend if you want, but give that left knee a good squeeze in and take a deep breath. And then as we hold here, if you'd like to work through the ankle in any way, know that you'll have one more opportunity on this side. All right, we start off by bringing the left leg out to the left side, or left knee out to the left side. So right arm extends out for support. Try to keep the right side of your body connected to the floor, especially that right hip. Let's find the gentle twist, guiding the knee across the body. Knee comes back to center, sole of the left foot to the inside part of that right leg. Think of your tree pose on your back, extending the arms up, staying center if you'd like, or adding this little bit of a lateral movement, bringing the arms and that right leg over slightly to the left side. Come back to center. The sole of the right foot connects with your mat. You're grabbing your left leg behind the thigh and you are gently straightening the leg, bending the knee. Going at your pace here. The next time the leg is straight, let's pause. And again, if you'd like to add a little bit of movement for your ankle, feel free to do that. Perfect. All right, let's set the soles of both feet to the mat, arms alongside you, palms down. Walk your feet close into your bottom. We'll do really gentle core strengthening here. So it's that gentle bridge up, bridge down. So first pressing the lower back to the mat and begin to bridge up to the shoulders, one vertebra at a time. Once you've bridged up, you'll bridge right back down. So this is your pace, your time. Know that you can go as slow as you'd like. In fact, the slower and the more controlled, the better. Good. The next time you find yourself up in your bridge pose, pause. So pausing in your bridge to fire up through the back side of the body and to open up through the front side of the body. So if you'd like to find a little more opening, you could walk your shoulders underneath you, clasp your hands underneath the body, reach for the ankles, whatever might feel good here, and whatever allows for the most opening through the front body that you need. All right, let's gently return to knees into chest. We rock and roll up to seated, and we'll move right on over to all fours. So hands land underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We find our cow pose, so tailbone up, chin up, and then exhaling to find cat. Again, inhaling, finding cow pose, and exhaling, cat. Now return with me to a tabletop position. For your next round of cat and cow, or cow and cat, think of pushing just a little extra weight into that left hand and a little bit more weight into that right knee. So this cross body connection. So inhaling, finding your cow pose, and exhaling to find cat. And then return with me to tabletop. Find a fuller connection of that right hand to your mat and your left knee. Inhaling, finding cow pose, and exhaling to find cat. From here, let's press back, extended child's pose. So that was just a little bit of right-left connection. We'll do a little bit more here with some moving bird dog poses. So we've done these in the past. I don't know if everyone here has done them, but we'll do them slowly and we'll only do a few. So from your extended child's pose, meet me back in a tabletop position. And when you're ready, extend your right arm and your left leg long for a bird dog. We slowly bring the hand and the knee back to the mat and we press back, extended child's pose. Now we're going to go on the opposite side this time. So come back to tabletop, left arm, right leg. Hand and knee back to the mat. Extended child's pose. We do one more round each side. Coming back to tabletop, right arm, left leg. Hand and knee to the mat. Press back. Good. Here's our last round. Come back up. Left arm, right leg. Hand and knee to the mat. And let's pause right here. All right, from your tabletop position, inhale your right arm up to the ceiling, opening up for this twist. As you exhale, partially thread the needle. Inhale to return to that twist open to that right side. Beautiful, and a partial thread of the needle. This time we'll inhale, find the twist, and as you exhale, fully thread the needle. So right arm under left, side of the head, and the back of the shoulder connection to the mat. Now, if it doesn't connect, maybe you use a block to add a little bit of support if that's needed. Good. All right, a couple things can happen with that left arm. You could crawl the fingertips forward and feel a little more through that left shoulder. You could bring your left arm behind your back. You also have the option here, I know this is gentle, but if you'd like to add that balance challenge, you could begin to send your left leg long and lift it up into the air. We hold one more breath. Good. Slowly return so that the left hand is in a position to push yourself back up, sending the right arm back up to the ceiling. Let the right hand land. And let's prepare left side. Inhale the left arm up, partial thread of the needle. Inhale to reach and extend, twisting open. Exhale, partial thread. All right, this time, as you inhale up, your exhale will lead to a full thread of the needle. So take time to set yourself up here. There should be no pinching in the neck. Good, so nice, y'all. Crawl the right fingertips forward. You could bring the right arm behind your back. You could add the balance challenge, extending that right leg long. Good. Slowly return so that right hand is in position to push you back up out of the pose and that left arm back up to the sky. Left hand returns to the mat. Curl the toes under, walk hands and feet together, standing forward bend. And let's pause and enjoy. So let the hamstrings, the back of the legs slowly begin to lengthen. If it's pretty intense, give yourself more space between the feet, bend your knees a little extra, use your block for support. If you'd like to add more weight to this stretch, vary the arms. One option would be to cradle the elbows. You could slide palms up underneath your feet if you'd like, so you could stand on your hands. Adds a little bit here as well. You could reach for your big toes with your peace fingers and draw the upper body down. All right, lots of options here. One more full breath. Let's slowly begin to come up to standing. All right, good. Let's move to the front end of the mat. So you may want to place your blocks, and I'm going to make sure everyone has a couple of blocks around, frame the front of your mat. So you've got a couple. There you go. You're welcome. All right. Let's start off here with feet hip bone width apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up, stretch up tall. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, lengthen up, side bend to the right. Let's get a little more lateral movement here. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale, over to your left. Now inhale back up to center and once again find a back bend, open. Lengthen and dive. Inhale, half lift up. Exhale, fold. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, reverse swan dive, sweep all the way up, stretch up tall. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, lengthen up over to that right side, but this time we'll pause. So if you'd like to grab your left wrist and draw it over, feel free to do that. You could drop the shoulder in, you could rotate the shoulder back. Good. Find whatever feels right here. And then let's come back to center and we'll switch to that other side. Come back to center. Once again, open up. Inhale, lengthen up, dive fully forward as you exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Your right foot stays, your left foot will step back for a lunge. So feel free here to use your blocks for support. You can stay upright if you'd like. You could drop your knee down if you'd like. We're going to try and get into that left hip flexor. So you decide here if staying a little more elevated, keeping that left knee off the mat helps with that, or dropping that knee at a diagonal, or bringing your knees so that your legs so that they are in 90 degree shapes. You can rise up. There's so many ways to approach this. So I want you to explore a little bit. We do a lot of different types in this class. And so finding here what feels the best for you. We'll find a twist from here, either back knee down to the mat or not. Your left hand will stay to the floor or to the block. Your right arm will go up to the ceiling. Bring your right hand back down to the mat. We're bringing our right knee back to join the left to find a plank or a modified plank, you choose. All right, let's pause right here just for a couple of breaths. I know this is gentle yoga, but we all need to work strength whenever we can. Just even a little piece of it is helpful. So corkscrew your hands into your mat. Keep that long, straight, tall spine, core engaged, glutes engaged. Lower yourself all the way down to your mat. And on your inhale, find a back bend that suits you here. So you decide what that looks like. Let's pause here. Open up. Let your shoulders relax. We lower back down. You can push yourself back to extended child's pose, or you could make your way to down dog, your choice. All right, when you are ready, you'll step your right foot forward between your hands. Left foot will land on its side. We'll rise up to a warrior one. So once again, our focus here, it's on strengthening this front leg, but see what you can find in this back hip flexor. So maybe that's a little more depth in your lunge to allow for a little more opening. Feel free to give yourself a little more space between your feet. All right, and then let's work the shoulders just a little bit here. So we'll bring our arms to 90-degree shapes and then try to keep that 90-degree angle as you rotate the arms. Does not matter how far you go. This is really just to notice. It is no judgment, no force. The next time the arms come up, you can send them all the way up. And all we're going to do here is step that left foot in to join the right. Same series, other side. When you're ready, inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, back bend. We're taking out those lateral stretches. Inhale, lengthen up, dive fully forward. Exhale. Inhale, half lift up. Exhale to fold. Your left foot stays, your right foot steps back. You find this lunge. Again, our focus here is the front of the hip. So what needs to happen for you in order to feel that? Is it knee up off the mat? Is it knee down? Good. We pause here, one more breath. All right, you choose how you take this twist, either back knee down or up. Left arm will go into the air. Good, so twisting toward your bent knee. Perfect. Bring that hand down. We bring this left knee back to join the right. You can find a flow here if you'd like, of a little plank back bend, down dog, or plank back bend, child's pose. All right, make your way to a position that allows for the left foot to step forward. We rise up to a warrior one. Good, so we're gonna keep the ribs knit in. Try to reach up a little bit more and then let the shoulders relax. Reach up. Every time you reach up, notice what's happening here. Reach up and then relax. Reach up, let the shoulders be soft. One more time, reach and relax and stay relaxed. Good. And then we're going to step this back foot in to join the front foot. All right, so we practiced a tree pose on our back. We're going to do that again here. Of course, this is a little bit more, has a little bit more going on. So that right foot is where we'll start. Your right foot underneath that right hip bone. Take time to set yourself up here so that you feel real connected with your mat. And then you choose where this left foot goes. You choose if you bring your arms up into the air. You choose if you add this little bit of a bend over to this left side. Perfect. Slowly release, return, and we'll do the left side. So all of your weight to your left foot. Choose the position of that foot to the leg. Yep, arms go up. Maybe that slight tilt over. Good, just pause. You got it. So nice. Come back to center and release. All right, so no fancy way that we're getting onto the floor. We are going to make our way there. You'll need your strap. We're moving to our backs. So you maybe want to have your block close to you too. The work that we did at the beginning of class to open up through the hip, we'll do that again here, but this time with a little bit more length. And so you'll feel a little bit more. We'll start with that right side. So bring the strap around the ball mount of that right foot. Your left leg can be long, or you could set the sole of the foot to the mat. Draw your right leg in. Feel a little bit more hamstring. And just notice here, hopefully the hamstring feels a little looser than when we started. Couple of things here as we move through this sequence is upper body, relaxing through the upper body. This is all about your hips. All right, left arm will go out to the side. Right hand has the strap. Begin to guide that right leg over to the left. Oh, sorry, over to the right. So same side. We are focused on inner thigh lengthening. Now you do maybe have a block close to you. So if you feel like you want a little support underneath that right leg as it goes out to the side, you could use the block to the outer thigh. All right, let's slowly bring the leg to center. Grabbing the strap with just your left hand, right arm goes out to the side, left leg is long, or if you want to keep that foot to the floor, but we are finding that twist with this right leg long. So going across the body, slowly bring the leg back to center, grab the strap with just your right hand again, and guide your right knee towards your right shoulder or right armpit, really, for a half of a happy baby pose. Let's slowly release this right foot and we'll prepare for the left leg. Strap under the ball mount of that left foot. We'll first start with this hamstring lengthening, so guiding the leg a little closer toward you. And then begin to bring the left leg out to the left side, grabbing the strap with just your left hand, right arm out to the side for support. Good. We slowly bring the leg up and we'll bring it across the body. Left arm out to the side, that right hand has the strap. Try to keep the upper body open to the ceiling. Slowly bring the leg back to center, grabbing the strap with just your left hand again and drawing the left knee toward the left armpit for a half of a happy baby. All right, we will gently release the strap. You are on your own for a little over a minute. So if there are any other poses you'd like to practice, including more of an inversion, feel free to use your block for a supported inversion. If there's more twisting you'd like to practice, feel free to take time for that. Anything here? Good, you have about 1 minute and then we make our way to our final poses. All right, when you are ready, begin to make your way to your final pose. Feel free to use your props to support you in a way that feels right. We have about 8 minutes of time left. 3 of those will be with music. The rest of the time will be in silence. So let's take this first little bit of time to really notice. Notice your legs. Let them feel heavy against your mat. Maybe even for a few seconds here, you tighten up through the legs. So you go exact opposite of where you want to be. So if you choose to tighten up, flexing the feet, tightening up so much that maybe your legs slightly come up off the floor. And then when you relax, fully relax. The same thing with your arms. Giving yourself a little extra attention through the arms, maybe adding a little bit of strength here to your fists. Maybe you make fists with your hands. Maybe the arms are tensed up so much they slightly come up off the mat. And then fully relax. Feel the support of the floor or your bolster underneath your spine. And the tailbone all the way up to the neck. And then again here, maybe with the muscles of the face, you go in reverse, tightening up through the muscles of the face in a way that just feels wrong. Tightening up a little bit more, scrunching through the eyes, tightening up through the jaw, and then relax. Bring your focus to your breath. A technique to keep the focus on the breath is counting the breath. You really can do that in any way. One suggestion is that you count the inhale as 1, the exhale as 2, inhaling 3, exhaling 4, continuing with that pattern up to 10, and then starting over at 1. You find your attention wandering away from the breath, gently guide it back. No judgment. And to bring some gentle movement back to your body. You are welcome to stay right where you are, or you could roll to your favorite side and rest for a couple of breaths. Taking time here to acknowledge yourself. I know how challenging it is to step away from your desk. When you're ready, meet me in a seated posture. Let's take one more big deep breath in together. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, stretch up tall. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. This is a quote from Ellen Grace O'Brien that I think I shared earlier this month, but I love it. A worried mind lives in the future. An unhappy mind lives in the past. A peaceful mind lives in the present. Thanks so much for being present with me today. Namaste, friends.